afición de HipicaTV y la de EquinEdge. Bienvenidos a este show de pronósticos para el Epic 5 de Gulfstream Park este 9 de septiembre, día viernes. El sábado pasado se acertaron los tickets del Epic 5. El señor Scotty y el señor Pascual acertaron. El día viernes pegaron 4 de 5, estuvieron cerca. Vamos a ver hoy. The last weekend was very good for this show. Let's try again. Vamos a intentar de nuevo. Let's start with Scotty and race 5. Vamos a empezar con Scotty, la quinta carrera.
Buenos dias. Okay, let's kick off this pick 5. I'm going to spread out in this race. You know, sprinting here on the dirt at Gulfstream Park, very, very difficult to win from the outside post. So I'm going to stay away from the 10 horse, although I feel like this horse can probably run. The connections are good, but I do think the 9 is a better horse anyways, Dreaming in Style. I don't like that post either, but it's hard to leave the top win percentage out. So I'm not going to leave it out just in case it's very fast, but I am going to try to beat the 10. If you can afford to put the 10 in, go ahead, you know, of course, put the 10 in, but I'm going to spread with 2, 3, 6, 7, and 9. And I really don't have a horse that I love that much. I will say this. I do think the 7 horse will improve this time out. And the reason I say that is because this horse really hasn't been that fast in some of the other races and had the 8 post on the dirt. Now draws the 7 post, seems to be the fastest horse in the race. So the 7 could be the horse to beat.
Así es, para Scotty, una carrera para multiplicar 2, 3, 6, 7 y 9 en su ticket. Él habló de Queen Valentina, la número 10, un ejemplar que debuta con bastante favoritismo, apoyo del público. Él prefiere buscar otras opciones, le gusta mucho el 9 Dreaming in Style, pero son varias debutantes. Él piensa que el 7 Kiki Love va a mejorar mucho el día de hoy. Parece el ejemplar más rápido de la carrera, aunque no ha hecho unas actuaciones muy destacadas, pero hoy esta Kiki Love pudiera dispararse adelante y someter a este grupo de extremo a extremo. Es una carrera difícil para Scotty. Pascual, tu opinión. Pascual, no se escucha. No se escucha, no tienes audio. Lo debes tener en mute.
¿Y ahora? Ahora sí.
Ahora sí.
Ahora sí, aquí estamos. Bueno, fíjate, la número 6, ojo con la número 6, porque no va a montar Panichi la número 6, la va a montar Edgar Zayas, pendientes allí con la número 6. Ya ustedes conocen la historia de Zayas con Safi. Esta viene con buenos trabajos. Si revisamos el GCR, es la mejor de la carrera, 67 contra 62 la más cercana, así que esa es la primera marca. Y después acompañé con la número 7, que es la que ha corrido. El detalle es que ella viene ahora a correr con esta categoría abierta. Sus 2 carreras anteriores fueron en grupos nacidos en Florida Bred. Ahora va a correr en esta competencia completamente abierta, pero el win de la carrera es 19%, es el tercero, y de la han corrido, pues yo decidí meterla allí por si a las moscas. Y después me fui con la número 9, 25% de win. Cuando esto aparece aquí y después está segundo arriba en los picks, hay que ponerla. Mucho cuidado con la número 9. Y completé con la número 10 por un solo hecho. Es una hija de Constitution y eso es demasiado para Gulfstream Park. Entonces, bueno, me fui con esas 4, 6, 7, 9 y 10. Y si lo analizan y miran el GCR, van a ver que ellas 4 están entre las mejores de las que compiten acá.
So for Pascual, 6, 7, 9, 10, the top GSR of the race, those 4 horses. He likes the number 6, Zayas. Edgar Zayas is riding number 6. Edgar Zayas va a conducir al número 6, Titis Women. And Luca Panichi is riding Kiki Love number 7. Y Luca Panichi va a conducir al número 7, Kiki Love. Así que Zayas on number 6, Panichi on number 7. Así que ya saben esos cambios de los jinetes. Y le gusta mucho a Pascual el número 9, Dreaming Style también. Un ejemplar que tiene Dreaming Style. Pascual likes a lot the number 9 because second pick at EquinEdge, 25 win percentage, 2 metrics pointing the number 9. So hay 2 métricas apuntando al número 9, el porcentaje de ganar, y segunda selección de EquinEdge. Así que el 9 is a must. The number 9 is a must in this race. Let's go to race 6 and let's hear Scotty analysis.
So the 3 is a first-time starter that has a 28% win percentage chance, has the second top GSR and the second EquinEdge pick. I think this horse is a major player, 3-1 on the EquinEdge morning line. This one as well, you can see the 5-horse. This one has a top GSR by many points, actually, 7 points. This one has a 45% chance of winning. Top EquinEdge pick, 4-5 on the EquinEdge morning line. I mean, everything is kind of pointing towards this 5-horse. It did not have a good race last time out. It was in between horses. It didn't seem very happy. There was a runaway winner who got on the lead. That being said, I still think it was a very disappointing effort. I wasn't ready to just single this horse. I know Pascual likes the horse, and I understand it's going to get a better trip for sure. But there's too many unknowns here. The 3-horse Weld Hall, first-time starter for Edward Pleza. This horse looks pretty good. Another first-time starter here for Kathleen O'Connell. I think this horse is a sleeper. You've got the EquinEdge first-time starters. You know how dangerous they are. And EquinEdge long shot first-time starters in Nucci. And then this one had a really rough trip last time out. Ducked out to start, was wide. It wasn't a bad race for Kathleen O'Connell. And Perez comes back. So I wasn't sure what this horse was going to do second time out. So I thought it would be prudent to probably spread out in this race. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Sí, para Scotty, el número 3, Well Hall, un ejemplar que debuta con un GSR muy bueno de 67. Es segunda selección en los picks de EquinEdge, Well Hall. El número 3. El número 5 tiene varias métricas que lo apuntan at the Crossroads. Un ejemplar que en su última decepcionó. Her last race was disappointed. Number 5, the Crossroads, fue decepcionante. But I think it's short in distance and has a powerful GSR. That is the reason that I agree with Pascual. La razón por la que yo opino igual que Pascual es que el 5 recorta distancia y el GSR es muy alto, and 45 win percentage y 45% de win. It's risky, I know, because we don't know the first starters. No sabemos qué tan buenos son los debutantes, pero el 5 looks good in this race. Scotty prefirió multiplicar 3, 4, 5, 6 y 7. I understand that. Yo comprendo eso. But let's hear Pascual. Vamos a escuchar a Pascual y su opinión.
Mira, este número 5 tiene 45% de win, tiene 74 en el GCR, es el mejor de la carrera. O es la mejor de la carrera. Esta yunta de Casi con González tiene 20% de efectividad. Generalmente, últimamente hemos visto que Edwin González, cuando monta los ejemplares por tercera vez, generalmente termina de llevarlos a la victoria. El SOR 53 está 3 puntos por encima del SOR de la carrera. Y aquí, fíjate, aquí en teoría la que pudiese ser su rival es la número 6, pero tiene 54 de GCR contra 74 de la número 5. Y de las debutantes, uno podría pensar en la número 4, pero lo que me llama la atención de la número 4 es que su entrenador la llevó a Colonel Downs, la tuvo un buen tiempo allá, no pudo ganar el entrenador en Colonel Downs con los ejemplares que se llevó para allá. Ahora viene a Gulfstream Park, no la corrió allá, sino decide correrla aquí. Eso me llama la atención. Edward Pleza y Kevin Krieger últimamente cuando debutan no ganan, lo hacen después. Entonces, por eso empecé a descartar allí a las otras participantes. Yo creo que esta es la carrera para la número 5, así que va a ser la base del ticket. La número 5 en la sexta.
So for Pascual, he analyzes the first starters. He found a reason to remove each of them of the ticket, and he's taking a chance at the Crossroad, giving her a second chance to win. Let's see what happens. Vamos a darle una oportunidad a Pascual al single. Same here. Yo estoy dándole una oportunidad igualmente. Let's talk about race 7. And Scotty has the same number as Pascual, I see him.
So in what appears to be a very, very tough race, I played against the 9-horse Sonic Kitten because this horse is 9-1 on the EquinEdge morning line. It's 2% chance of winning. You know, when you have two different algorithms that are both pointing towards maybe this horse isn't that great, I thought maybe it'd be worth trying to beat a horse like that. So pretty much then what I did was I just used the other horses that were the top win percentages. They all had, look, if you look at this, you've got the top EquinEdge morning lines, 9-5 on the 2, and it's the EquinEdge top pick, probably the horse to beat. And then the 1, 6, and 7 have good EquinEdge morning lines and then good win percentages. So I just went with that and decided to go that way. I had a note on the 3-horse My Man Flint. I just think this horse burns a lot of money. My note, not a good trip here, but this horse has seemed to burn a lot of money. So for me, I'm going to try to beat it, knowing it could win, though. It's got a decent win percentage, but it's got a new trainer who's only 6% win. So I decided to try to beat my man Flint. But so I'm going to spread. I'm just going to use the 1, 2, 6, and 7. I do think the 2 horse, though, Herother is the horse to beat.
Así es, Scotty está en contra del favorito Sonic Kitten. Las métricas, el EquinEdge Money Line nos pone 9-1. No le gusta mucho ese algoritmo. El GSR sí es positivo, igual que el récord de la distancia, pero el win percentage apenas 2% para ganar este Sonic Kitten. A los algoritmos no le gustan en esta carrera este número 9, así que Scotty se animó a colocar al 1, al 2, al 6 y al 7. El que más le gusta, Rothgard, el número 2, un ejemplar que tiene 64 en el GSR, un pedigrí respetable, viene con buen win percentage, 24%, va a correr colocado cerca de la punta, así que él prefiere multiplicar en contra del favorito. 1, 2, 6 y 7. Pascual.
Mira, el que más me gusta es el 2. Yo creo que incluso hasta en combinaciones más cortas, él podría ser una base. Lo presenta Jorge Delgado, coloca a Edgar Sayas como su conductor. Este viene de Perón Imposible ante Ghosting You, que tuvo que ponerle para ganarle en esa oportunidad. Y ya sabemos el altísimo porcentaje que tiene Jorge Delgado cuando clemea y presenta por primera vez. Estamos hablando de un 31% y tiene 24% de win en una carrera que parece muy pareja. Él está 7 puntos por encima del siguiente que aparece, de los siguientes que aparecen acá, que son el 3 y el 1. Así que el 2 es la primera opción. Decidí colocar al 1, entre otras cosas, más allá de que él tiene una victoria ya en la tapeta y una victoria en esta distancia. Es que si ustedes miran aquí la relación jockey-trainer, van a ver que esta relación de Figueroa con González produce un 45% de ganadores. Entonces eso tú no lo puedes dejar por fuera, no lo puedes descartar. Y yo, a diferencia de mi buen amigo Scotty, yo decidí sí colocar a Sonic Kitten, la número 9, porque yo pienso que, primero me llama la atención que Romero Rancé Marat decida repetir la monta. Es la segunda vez que lo va a montar. Y son las únicas 2 veces que ha montado ejemplares entrenados por Rafael Romero. Y esta claramente, su lote es este. Porque si ustedes ven allí la relación, corrió un claiming de 20 y 16 y después un Alowan de 16. Cuando ya la bajan a este lote, lo hacen mucho mejor. Ya sabe lo que es ganar en la distancia y sabe lo que es ganar en la tapeta. Así que yo preferí no dejarla por fuera.
Number 9.
1, 2 y 9 en la carrera 7, Alfredo.
Así es, Pascual agrees con Scotty, but he added Sonic Kitten. He found reasons to keep the horse in his ticket, but he admits that the number 1 and the number 2 are a must in this race. So 1, 2, and I don't remember the other 2 numbers. 7, 6, 7, Pascual. 1 to 9.
1 to 9. 1 to 9.
Let's go to race 8. And for Pascual, it's a very tough race, 5 horses. And for Scotty, he has only the 5.
No. Pascual's correct. This is a very tough race, but I mean, I spread out in the other races. So of course, when you do that, you're going to be thin. I thought for me that the 5 horse, sometimes I try to find an angle. When you see the win percentages here and look in this race, you could use every horse, right? You can see that. It's a wide open race. So then I tried to visualize the trip that the horses are going to get. Well, you can see that the 1 horse who just barely hung on to win last time out, been in the money in all 4 tries. This is a player for sure. And it's EquinEdge's second pick. But the 5 horse is going to be sitting in probably the 3rd spot behind the 1 and the 7, has 2 wins in 3 tries. And I thought this horse might get a good trip. It's the EquinEdge's top pick. And I thought that maybe it's worth, if you look at this horse likes to win. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4 wins in the last 6 races. Barely lost here from the 11th post over at Tampa Bay Downs. I don't know what happened. Well, it does say that the horse checked in the first turn. I didn't watch the video, but I think you can probably throw that race out. Sonny Leon jumps aboard for Victor Barbosa. I really do think the 5 is the horse to beat. It doesn't have a great win percentage, but if you can get by this race and then spread out and then maybe beat the 5 horse at the crossroads in race number 6, then you might get a nice payout here. So I thought that the 5 horse might be worth trying to take a chance on a single.
Así es, Scotty, hablábamos de la cantidad de caballos que tiene Pascual, que tiene 5. Él acepta que es una carrera que el win percentage lo muestra. Hay 6 caballos con más de 10%. El que más tiene 19%, 19% que es Laker Mamba. Venezuelan Triumph tiene 17%, igual que Cashier Check. Entonces él busca otro ángulo para analizar la carrera y se puso a visualizar cómo pudiera ser el paso de la carrera con el número 1 adelante, la persecución del número 7. Él cree que Venezuelan Triumph es un caballo que le gusta ganar, lleva de 3-2 en el tiro y ha ganado 5 de sus últimas 6 o 7 carreras. Él va a correr allí colocadito y va a avanzar con fuerza al final. Es un caballo que él cree que vale la pena arriesgarse para buscarle la caída en la sexta carrera al número 5, multiplicando, y en esta arriesgarse con el 5 como base. Pascual, ¿qué opinas?
No es descabellado, no es descabellado colocarlo como una base. Encima de eso recupera el medicamento Lasix, que no lo utilizó en la carrera anterior porque lo hizo un state de $75,000. Y es verdad, le gusta la distancia, le gusta la tapeta. Aquí lleva 2 Víctor Barbosa y por eso que yo decidí acompañar a ver si pescamos un golpe en esta carrera. Decidí colocar los 2 de Víctor Barbosa, 5 y 1, aunque ciertamente el 5 ya se ha ganado el 1 en otras oportunidades. Este caballo Laker Mamba, que ahora pasa a las manos de Misael Jaramillo, me parece que es un caballo peligrosísimo. 17% de win. Misael Jaramillo con Hortac tiene 2 victorias en 3 oportunidades que se han juntado. Estamos hablando de un 67%. Y este es un caballo que ya ganó con Misael Jaramillo en su penúltima actuación. Este viene a correr un handicap de $55,000 y ahora vuelve a esta agrupación donde él siempre ha sido rendidor. Y después decidí irme con uno que reaparece, que es el número 2, Yamato. Digo que reaparece porque no corre desde el 10 de julio y ya estamos en septiembre. Estamos hablando de mañana serían 2 meses sin correr. Este en teoría corrió con superiores y si ustedes miran allí las carreras donde él ha participado, siempre se lo comen en la taquilla, lo juegan muchísimo, no le gusta ganar, le cuesta ganar, pero yo siempre digo que estos caballos cuando ganen yo no quiero tenerlos fuera del ticket. Así que entonces 1, 2, 4, 5 y 7 y completé con el 7 porque Crichton tiene una buena efectividad. Cuando reclama y presenta por primera vez, colocó a Edgar Sayas como conductor. Este caballo viene de ganar muy bien con Reinaldo Llanes en aquella oportunidad. Así que bueno, no es descabellado lo del 5 de base, pero yo preferí buscarle la caída. 1, 2, 4, 5 y 7.
Pascual thinks that the number 5 is a very good horse and obviously can win the race, but he prefers to spread in the race. And his long shot is Yamato, the number 2, a horse that is burning money like a crazy machine, but that horse likes or faces tough competition in the past, and now he can return and beat the favorites. So that is the reason that he added Yamato. Maybe he's taking revenge today, the number 2. 1, 2, 4, 5, 7 for Pascual. 1, 2, 4, 5, 7 para Pascual. Let's go to the last race, Scotty. Vamos a la última.
So the 7 horse, the SOR is not reflecting it that much, a little bit better, but I looked at this race more in depth. The 7 was facing better horses. Now, in this trip, I can tell you this horse was probably 5 wide the entire trip. I'm actually going to, I'm mad at myself for maybe not singling this horse. I think that Sir Samuel's the horse to beat in here. I think all the other horses in here are probably pretenders. Now, this horse ran a good race last time out, and Morrison comes back, the bug, gets 111 pounds, gets 113 today. But this was not a bad race. What was interesting about this race is the 3rd place finisher out of the 820 race, I want to say was 5 or 6 lengths back. So that wasn't a bad race, but Sir Samuel is by far the horse to beat in this race, and maybe even a single. I threw in Tactical Force. Now, a lot of people can't afford $150 for a ticket. If I was going to throw out a horse, I'd probably throw out the 4. But you know what? I might do another ticket, and I might single the 7 horse Sir Samuel.
Así es, Scotty habló del caballo Sir Samuel, el número 7, que es el top pick de EquinEdge. Explicó que este caballo corrió abierto toda la última actuación de este ejemplar y llegó bastante cerca. Una actuación donde este caballo sufrió mucho y dio muchas ventajas. Él cree que libre de problemas, el número 7, Sir Samuel, puede ser una base, un best bet en esta carrera, a single. Él colocó a Chef Manter, el número 1, un caballo que viene a correr muy bien en sus 2 últimas, amenazando, y va con el Sam Morrison. Es el gran enemigo que tiene. Y Tactical Force, el 4, que es un debutante de buen papel. Si no ponen al 4, el ticket saldría por $100. Él dice que él pudiera hacer un ticket más económico y se va a arrepentir mucho he will regret if the number 7 Sir Samuel crosses the wire first. Si el número 7 cruza la meta en ganancia, pues a él le gusta mucho, así que el 7 puede arriesgarse y ponerlo en línea. Pascual, ¿qué opinas?
No, pero no es arriesgado lo que está haciendo porque este es un caballo que no le gusta ganar, entonces siempre hay que ponerlo acompañado. Pero sí, en teoría, con la agrupación que le sale al paso esta tarde, él podría llevarse la victoria. El número 1, esas 113 libras que le proporciona Elsa Morrison son buenísimos. Ya Morrison lo va a conducir por cuarta vez. En la última cayó segundo a solo 2 cuerpos. Quizás, fíjate que ya tiene un segundo en la tapeta y un segundo corriendo esta distancia. Y es un caballo enemigo en la carrera. Este Tactical Force, el único detalle que me animó, o sea, que me anima a colocarlo acompañado, es que cuando vemos el GCR es el peor de todos los que van aquí. El GCR del mejor es el 3, que tiene 63 y él tiene 51. Entonces me llama la atención ver si será capaz de hacerlo bien en la tapeta o no. Si es capaz de hacerlo, podría ganar, porque esta agrupación es bastante discreta. Y completé con el 2, el de León Macana con Marcos Meneses. Vean que tiene allí 10% en el win. Cuidado con este caballo. Si vemos la relación del trainer con el jockey, estamos hablando de un 11% de 9 oportunidades. Y él viene ya corriendo en esta agrupación y tiene un tercero y un quinto lugar. Aquí hay que buscar un caballito que pague y quizás sea este número 12, Strong Again, el que conduce Marcos Meneses.
Así es, para Pascual le agrada Sir Samuel, le agrada igualmente Strong Again el 2, el número 4 Tactical Force, el número 7, el número 1 Mentor, que tiene mucho chance. Y I am going to give you a long shot, Scotty. Te voy a dar un long shot. It's at the top. Travel Guide. Travel Guide es mi long shot. El número 8 es mi sorpresa en esta carrera. And he will improve today. And maybe he's winning today. So the number 8, Travel Guide, es el long shot que recomiendo para esta carrera, el 8 como long shot. Good luck, guys. Buena suerte, muchachos. See you tomorrow for the late pick 5 for Saturday, para el late pick 5 del sábado. Muchas gracias por la sintonía de audiencia. Nos vemos pronto. Suerte. Nos vemos muy pronto.
Gracias. Hasta mañana.
Take care. Hasta mañana. See you tomorrow.
Thank you, Pascual.
Thank you.
All right. Alfredo, thank you very much. What are you working on today?
Yeah, careful because we are still live.
Yeah, no. I know. I'm gonna probably keep going for about. I might keep going until Gulfstream Park race number 1.
Okay, perfect. Well, yeah. I need to run because I need to have a quick lunch.
Did you play an early pick 5 before you go?
No. Well, let's go quickly because I need to go. But let's see the races. I am checking here my picks. Give me a second.
Okay, yeah, you got it. Do you like anything in the first 5 races?
Well, I think the number 5 and the number 2, maybe you can use 2 and 5 in race 4. 2 and 5.
Okay.
And if you want to have a long shot, you can add the number 7. I remember that I used the number 3 in my pick 6 ticket because this one is the first leg of their pick 6. Because if you check the EquinEdge morning line, is dropping the morning line from 12 to 1 to 5 to 2.
Yeah, it's incredible.
And it's the top pick of EquinEdge, so I put the number 3 because something is pointing that horse to. So that is a very interesting race for the early pick 5 also. And I think what I recommend is to use 2, 3, 7, and 5. I like that 7 a lot. She won easily in her first start, but the number 3, the metrics are saying something about the horse, so you need to put the 4 horses, 2, 3, 5, 7. In race 3, I think the number 7 is going to win, Pudding. So the number 7 maybe is a single in race 3. I don't know what you think. And there is a lot of speed, and he's going to track the speed, and I think he's going to win. In race number 2, that is a very difficult race. Let's see the race number 2. Okay, you are there. We have a lot of horses.
It looks like, well, we have a horse Dropkick Queen who's 51% to win, and the horse is even money. It's I did notice though, but no horse in this race really has a good GSR, but it does have a low GSR. But it ran one time in a straight maiden race, and now it's dropping in for $16,000. So I mean, this is just a massive drop, but it is off of a layoff. I think you have to be concerned about a horse like this. Maybe maybe it has one more or two more races left in it. I don't know. It did show a little bit of speed against much better horses. It's a really rough call. Maybe there are a lot of people off the drop singling a horse like this. Maybe it's worth beating a horse like this. I don't know.
The 4 is not my first pick. The number 5 is, because the number 4 didn't show a speed. I know this dropping, but the number 5 is dropping too, and I think has the GSR is 14 points more than the number 4. The number 5 can win this race easily, and see the EquinEdge money line 2-1 from 7-2.
Yeah.
So this number 5 is a danger. The number 4 is not a single in this race. It's not a single. And I like also.
What do you make of the 8 horse? I mean, look at this. This horse only 2% to win in a race where maybe the favorites are vulnerable. You get a horse like the 8 horse. The EquinEdge, it's a low GSR, but the EquinEdge long shots are first-time starters are dangerous. Like it's a very interesting horse in an interesting race. The 5 horse Poetic Union, this wasn't a bad race. Broke 8th, you're right, and dropped in class. The problem is that these second times, and why is if the horse ran so good, why is it dropping now? And so it's dropping 2 levels. I worry. I think in a race like this, you have the 2 favorites who are interestingly vulnerable, which could set it up for any of these long shots, and you could get a price in here. But of course, you have to find another race in which maybe you think you can find a single or 2. So, but I think both the 5 and the 4 could be vulnerable. But the problem is they could draw off to win by to be in front by 5-6 lengths or more in the race too. So it's one of those things where you have to just take a risk. I would try to beat both those horses.
I think the same. This number 5 and 4, you need to add more horses. There is a perfect race to spread. And in the first race, I like the number 4 Rocking Roller. I like the number 4, good GSR. And I think okay, you move it. Okay, the EquinEdge money line is only 3-1. It looks very good. Very promising, the number 4. And also I add the top pick, Smooth Motion, another first starter, because the pace, according to the metric, is 59. Maybe that horse is fast and is going to take the lead. And I'm not seeing too much speed in this race. So the number 4 and the number 1 and are the top horses for me. And now
look at the 7 horse though. The 7 horse is 26% top win and 68 on the GSR. I mean, there's a high likelihood that Suerte can run in here, and I'm just seeing this for the first time, but this horse looks pretty darn good to me.
Yes, if you see the EquinEdge money line, it goes from 5-1 to 7-1. So it's a horse that you can use, but the trainer is not too effective here at Goldstream. On August 20, 5 furlong in 1 minute and 70. 1 minute and 70. So
it's like a minute and 3. So you basically divide that in half, but it's like a minute and 3. But so I mean, I will say this, and if you look at I don't like the gap. If you look at the August 20th work, and then all of a sudden the next work's on September 1st, I don't like that. And then from August 11th to August 20th, that's 9 days. I'm just like, there's some gaps in there. Then you have the June 12th to August 4th. Like, I don't know. So there's some, I do worry about stuff like that, these gaps, but these trainers have many ways to keep horses fit. So, and sometimes they miss these official works. That happens too. So something to think about. But the 7 definitely looks pretty good. The morning line doesn't love it, but with first-time starters, I think the morning line does a pretty good job. But I still wouldn't. I try not to let one algorithm affect me, right? Not one. But it sure makes you feel better about. I would use a horse like this, but I don't know if I could single it. I want to see more. I want to see at least the EquinEdge morning line like the horse as well. So, but
yes.
yeah.
That is the reason that I said 1, 4, and 7 is my first pick. Maybe you can put those 3 starters to have more opportunity to hit this race, because it's a very tough race. And this horse that is the long shot, hard bump at the start, but finish very far. I don't know. I think the number 7, one of the first starters winning this race, almost sure.
Well, the thing is that you have to look at a horse like the EquinEdge long shot too, right, Alfredo? Because this horse, first of all, this horse was bumped hard at the start, and you just have to throw that out. And then still at the first call was only 6.5 lengths back. So now this horse comes back, is the EquinEdge long shot. These types of horses win all the time. So I would watch. You could probably throw out the 3 horse.
The number 5 is the lowest GSR.
The number 5 has got a really low GSR. Yeah, it does. The 6 horse as well has a low GSR.
Metrics are pointing in, and others are saying not using. Maybe, I'm repeating you. Maybe 4, 1, and 7. The number 4 in the second race. Maybe we can add the other horse that we were talking about in the second race, and maybe using singling pudding in race 3. In this race, you need to.
And I will tell you this too. Like if you look at the one horse, it's 18%. It's got the top pace number, and it's the top EquinEdge pick. It's 3-1 in the EquinEdge morning line. Here's the thing about this. This is an advantage. You can't look at this and know who's the fastest horse in the race. And if the pace number is pretty darn good with first time starters, it's obviously not as accurate as it is with horses that have run before. But this horse is 7-1 right now. I mean, there's tremendous value in using this one horse right now. And imagine maybe singling a horse like this, because if you're right about that, then you can spread out in the other races and you're going to get paid. So it's an interesting thought, but I think this one horse, there's 4 algorithms that are pointing towards this one horse. So, and Jaramillo jumps aboard. Barbosa puts, he's the best gate jockey out here. So it's going to be interesting to see from the rail. He takes off and gets the lead and goes gate to wire. And a lot of times with these first time starters, that they don't like to come from behind. So the horse that gets the lead is the high likelihood of getting a win. So I think the one smooth motion, if I was forced to have only one bet in this race, I would probably bet the one smooth motion. So
yes, for sure, it has a lot of chance. And I insist the number 4 is the second option. And the number 7, according to the pace, is only 36. So maybe it's not too fast, but the distance may be helping a little bit. 6.5 furlongs. It's a tough race. It's not an easy race. It's like the second race, but the second race is more complicated because it's the quality is not good on that field. See the live 4-1 in the number 2 Gerard. Wow.
Look at the 2 horse. We're 15-1 on the EquinEdge morning line. And maybe this horse can run, maybe it can't. Connections don't win very often. But the horse is 13%, which isn't terrible in this race. But and it's getting bet. But you can't forget that people are influenced by the odds makers morning line. So I would probably tend to lean against away from a horse like this. I really, I think the EquinEdge long shot can run better, but I honestly, if you use the 1, 4, and 7, you're probably you have a high likelihood of getting by this race.
Well, maybe you can add the number 5 that you like. It has a long shot, and we have 4 horses in that race.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely could add the 5, but yeah, I mean, the 7 horse, Ronald is saying This 7 is by Frosted, and you can see that. You know, before the end of the year, and then by the way, the owner is Godolphin Stables. But yeah, but here's the thing, though. But it's in for how good can it be? It's in for $50,000.
Yes, but he's not running against champions, right? So maybe the 7 is a tough competitor in this race. Maybe we can leave the 5 out, and let's go to race 2 to finish the ticket before I need because I need to finish this too.
I mean, I just think you have to spread here.
We talk about the number 5. We also talk about, I need to see the names because I don't remember. I just talk about Breaking Bullet, the first starter, Breaking Bullet.
I think this is the type of race where you just hope for a bomb, and you know, and you could even leave out a horse. You could even go, you know, is it really worth? Well, this 4 horse is 51% to win. I mean, it was 3% last time out. Now it's 51%. Is it still okay though? I don't know. It hasn't raced since June 17th. Is this horse still okay? I don't know. 51%. It's an interesting horse. If you look at the jockey trainer combination of the 4 horse, they've only had 1 race and they won that race. So, you know, maybe the system is saying the 4 horse has to be a single.
Well, maybe.
You know, I mean, if you could, this horse is going to go off at 3 to 5 probably, and you spread out in this race, and then the 4 horse wins, and that's.
But this race is the opportunity to make money with the early pick 5. This race,
yeah, this beating the 4 and the 5, yeah, exactly.
So that is a good idea to put them all, or to put at least 4 or 5 horses. So
none of these other horses really look that great, though. That's the thing. Right? They just don't look that good.
The number 4 is not looking great for me also. It's not good enough, in my opinion. So
I mean, it is a big drop. You know, you know what? The more I'm looking at this, I would single the 4.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I would. I'd single the 4. I think that horse is going to win. And I think, by the way, you like the 7 horse Pudding. I mean, this horse has got really nice form, and it really does. But now it's cutting back to 5.5 furlongs, and it's got a wide post and has no speed. But it's got class. I mean, if you look at the SOR, this horse has got some class. So, yeah, I mean, on class, it's definitely on class the horse to beat for sure on class. I mean, you can't ignore that. But it's going to have to come from way back. But maybe the class is going to move the horse up. But you know what? I can understand why you'd say this horse is a single. I don't like that it has no speed in this race, and I don't love the post, but this horse will be closing for sure.
That horse is going to track the speed, maybe 4 or 5 left behind, and in the final stretch, he's going to run them down.
You know who's worth trying to beat? This 4 is going to get bet, but look, I mean, this horse needs the lead. The 1 horse needs the lead. Look at the first call. The 1, the EquinEdge long shot, is on the lead at the first call in almost every single race. You see this? And then look, same thing with this horse. If you look at the 8 races, at the first call, the 4 horse in the lead.
And Jaramillo is riding, so
this,
and the number 1 is breaking from the hole. He's running like a crazy rocket at the start.
The 1 and 4 are dueling. So watch, you don't even use those horses. You shouldn't even use them. Get rid of them both. Get rid of them both. And then there's what you got right there.
Well, I still seeing Pudding winning this race.
No, I can understand why you like that horse for sure. But there's some other horses that can close as well. I wouldn't be surprised to see the 5 horse close. This 2 horse, look at this 2 horses are going to be in a good position. Is it classy enough? I don't know. But yeah, you know what? You might have a good single there. I don't know that I love 5.5 furlongs for this horse, to be honest with you, but you could have a good single.
Yes, I don't like the distance also, but I think the pace of the race is good for him. So that is the reason that I like him. Despite the distance.
There is a lot of pace, no doubt about it.
You have your ticket. I will take note of this, and I will send you mine in a few seconds to your phone, okay?
Okay, hold on. Here's gonna be my ticket right here.
Uh-huh.
Let's see what this adds up to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on here.
Okay, you got it. That one.
Okay. I'm going to probably drop it down a little bit, but that would be this is
that's good.
This is a winning ticket right here for sure.
Okay. I will send you mine to your phone.
Send me your losing ticket. I want to see it. Bring it.
Okay, perfect. Well,
No,
have a good day, guys.
We're both going to win.
And the trash talk, I leave you to you because.
Okay. No. Don't even play innocent, right? Listen, I'm going to show my text about the smack talking you do every single day. Oh no, but before you go, what's the bet today? We need a bet today because I've got 2 wins, you've got 6, but I need to give me who's your best bet today?
I told you in the last race travel guide.
Okay, so you think travel guide where? Oh, the last race. Hold on.
Race.
The 8 horse who I eliminated. Okay, so I'm going to tell you. Do you think the 8 horse will beat the 7 horse?
It can happen.
Do you think
I like the 7? I like the 7 a lot, but I think that number 8 can win the race too.
Okay, do you think the 8 horse is better than the 1 horse?
Yes, I think so. Maybe I use the 1 too. But let's do 7 against 8. Make it funny.
Okay, you want to do 7 against 8?
Yep.
Done. I was going to give you your choice. That's how confident I am.
That is going to be a coffee, and I will send you an early pick 5 ticket under $100, and that ticket is the price is 5 coffees.
Okay, that sounds like a deal. All right.
Okay, I have 3 minutes, so I will leave the broadcast, and I will send you the ticket right away to your phone.
Sounds good. Good luck.
Say to you, sweat.
Except in the last race.
Yes, and keep the number 8 out. That is a good strategy. Bye.
I'll see you later. Bye. All right, Alfredo Alonso. That was our Hipica show. I've got a show tomorrow, 12:15, covering tracks all over North America. The tracks we're focused on are going to be Pimlico, Gulfstream Park, and Woodbine, because we're able to show live streaming for that. So, all right. Aaron, hello to you. And so, yeah, Gulfstream Park race number 1 is coming up shortly. I wouldn't leave the 1 out. If the pace number is correct, you got a win percentage. It's 18%. That's pretty good. The 7 horse is getting bet, and it's got a really nice GSR. I think the breeding is really good. Obviously with Godolphin, but the fact this horse is in for a claiming price, maybe this horse is not so good. And the 1 horse is the top EquinEdge pick 2, top speed. I think the 1 might go gate to wire. I would watch for the 4. You might be looking at like a 1-4 exacta here. The EquinEdge long shot should improve in this race for sure. So, all right, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful Friday afternoon. I hope to see you tomorrow, 12:15 Eastern time for EquinEdge Live. Okay? Have a good one.